Welcome back to the Cheese Pit, Petty Brothers Racing Moonshine Speed Shop. I'm Timmy. Today we're going to install the oil pan on this 440. I've already put the first gasket layer on because it's got a windage tray. I got a helper, 4th generation Ashlynn Hayes, Ashlynn Petty Hayes. But anyway, Ash is my youngest. I got to glue it first. But anyway, yeah, that's the gist of it. We've already installed the pickup. We've made sure all the stuff's retorqued because we're big on that. Rear main carrier seal, whole deal. We already put the front cover and made sure we had a little bit of in play on our cam button. And we're just going to apply a little glue. So we'll probably have to cut this up because I'm a little slow getting old. But we use this nice Dow gray silicone. I'm probably put way too much silicone on it, but I don't like oil leaks, especially for road car stuff. And Ashlynn's been helping me off and on since, how old was you, Ashlynn?
From the very beginning. I was probably about 4 years old, sweeping up around here.
She had her little May cart.
So,
And, yeah. Also, she's always pretty much, if she's around, her favorite thing is fitting, what? Tell them, piston rings.
I love to fit piston rings. It's one of my favorite things. It's a tedious job, and TP over here doesn't enjoy doing it too much.
My patient level runs thin. I mean, I'll do it, but if she's here, she does a better job at it than I do.
It's one of those tedious little jobs that I love to do. Okay? Everybody's always talking about if he's training somebody, and he's been working with me for a long time. I wouldn't say I'm any good at it, but I sure enjoy this shop. It's one of my favorite places in the entire world.
And we like her being here, and Barrett's been helping earlier this morning. As you can see, she's been working on her tractor.
That's my little girl, 5th generation.
And she mashed her fingers a while ago, and she didn't want to cry, but she did snivel a little bit.
Well, she's a tough cookie. Can't cry much here.
But for some reason, these two girls here really love this old smelly shop, and we love them to be here. They always contribute what they can when they can.
Some girls love Chanel, some girls love the smell of bar salt.
Ugh. Going on to stay with the pan. Go ahead, you can start. As you can see, this tedious stuff, Ashlynn's better at than I am.
It's the small fingers.
Nimble.
Years of practice.
So what are you putting on the bolts?
We got blue Loctite on the bolts, and still we're running the Dow gray silicone on both sides of the gaskets 4 times, because you have that little windage tray that these stock big blocks have. Ashlynn's better at this than I am.
Years of being the go-to girl.
The lubricant and sealant applicator. I haven't got them all started good. Like to watch the silicone kind of compress.
You're using a 1/4 inch, so you don't over tighten the gasket.
Yeah, and you know, most of the stuff has cork gaskets. This is sort of a rubber cork bond that don't squeeze out as much. It still will if you.
You know how much torque you use, or you just have a feel?
Well, I mean, with an oil pan, I never use a torque wrench because if you even go with 144 inch-pounds or 12 or whatever foot-pounds, to me it's going to squeeze that gasket out with that silicone no matter what. So I just basically go around it and wrist tight it, you know, just, and you can see it's squeezing out the silicone. Then we'll take magic fingers over here and just spread it out, you know, like caulk. Not much different than bathroom caulk. There's a lot of orange in here, so this ought to be a really good video. Now, rolled over the other way if you don't mind. Also, is there any food items that we want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know about that. You're the food master.
Well, I just like food, and
How about our usual Saturday treats?
bologna sandwich.
A hot dog.
Yeah, definitely can't go wrong with a hot dog. If there's any people out there in a different part of the world, if you got anything to share on sort of a local dish, you know, feel free to put it in the comments. So, anyway, I know we ain't talking much today. We're just trying to get before the glue sets up, try to get everything snug. So I've got them all pretty tight, and I'll just start from the middle, and you can kind of feel it giving up a little bit there as far as max tight. And that's about all I'm doing. I mean, I'm not going to tighten it no more, and then we'll go around it with a little screwdriver. Some of the silicone is pooched up, and I'll get Ramsey to get a close-up before we get done today. And we'll just try to clean it up pretty good and probably do some touch-up paint on this thing, because we do have a few runs, drips and errors.
Anyway, about this humidity and how the silicone affects the humidity.
Well, it's going to want to set up pretty quick with this moisture in there and the heat. So anytime you're using epoxies or stuff like that, it'll set, if you don't watch out, and especially if it's sort of an older batch, it'll set up quick on you. You're right about that.
And the running joke around here is that we are Topeka training. There is no air conditioning at this shop.
Anyway,
So if you see us sweating, it is real sweat. It is Topeka, Kansas training up in here.
we appreciate everybody watching. Keep up the good comments. We always like to look at those, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Come back next week, see what's going on.